If you want to level up your money, level up your income, level up your life, this is the most important video that you will ever watch, because in this video, I'm going to expose the things that stopped me and a lot of you from making the money that you want to make. Let's talk about it. Let me show you how to make money online like this. Now, if you want to make your first $500 online, and I'm going to show you for absolutely free, click the link in the description and I'll show you how to make your first $500 online while you sleep, even if you just started today. I'll see you. Now, I don't know if you understand this or not, but when it comes to making money online, there are things that you have to do, and see, the thing about it is most people don't want to sacrifice. Most people want to, when you don't sacrifice the things that you sacrifice now for the things that you want, then what you want becomes the sacrifice. You got to get this in your head. Things are easy and things are hard for everybody, right? Now, the formula that I chose when it came to me making money, when it came to me leveling up my life, is I wanted it to be hard in the beginning so it could be easy later on. And what a lot of people want is, a lot of people want it to be easy in the beginning and easy later on. It's not going to work. And you definitely don't want it to be easy in the beginning and hard later on. Because usually the later on, when it gets hard, is when you get older. And you don't want that. You want things to be easy when you get older, not hard. Now, who am I talking about? When I walk in Walmart and I see someone 60, 70 years old and they're working a job, that's hard in the end. That means that everything that they did earlier in their life was probably easy. I have an aunt right now who's 75 years old and she works at a grocery store. Living hard right now, but everything that she did earlier was probably easy. Look, everything is easy and everything is hard for all of us. Choose your easy and choose your hard, or choose exactly when you want it to be easy and when you want it to be hard. Now, when it comes to making money online, right? There's one thing that I hear a lot of people say, well, I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time. I work 8 hours and then I come home and I got to feed the kids and then I got to look. And I understand all of these things, but when it comes to poor time management, you got to understand that it's about sacrificing. It's about sacrificing now I would rather sacrifice now and have a great later on versus having a great right now and sacrificing later on. You see, a lot of you watching this video, you're probably sacrificing right now, and it sucks. It sucks. So when it comes to poor time management, what you got to understand is we all have the same 24 hours, we all get the same 24 hours in a day, right? But most people, like I said, work 8 hours and then they come home and they, get on Instagram and then they talk to friends and then they, go and do all of these things. In this video, I'm going to break down the things that I stopped to be able to make 5K in one day. So the first thing that I stopped is, I got notes over here so I won't forget anything, but I sacrificed. That's first. When it comes to poor time management, I got tired of talking about or believing that I didn't have time to be able to learn. I didn't have time to be able to study. I didn't have time to be able to grow. I didn't have time to be able to invest. That's a bunch of crap. Because you know what I did have time for? I had time for a football game when it came on. Now, how can I be in a position where I'm broke? I'm broke, right? And I have time, or I was broke. Let me not put that on me right now. I am not broke right now, but I was broke. Back then, I was sitting broke. And I'm sitting on the couch and I'm scrolling an NFL game, looking at them. They're already rich. They already got the money that, that they want in their life. And here I am broke. Poor time management. I had to realize that after I got off work, I had to get my butt to work. I had to work. I had to get to work. Right? I had to take at least 1 to 3 hours after I got off. I worked various jobs, right? I mean, if I worked from 9 to 5, when I got home, it would take me probably an hour to get home. I would work from 6 to 9. Work. Because I knew that I can sit back and I can talk about my life and have conversations with other people that's never going to go anywhere or never going to do anything with their life. Or I can shut the whole world off and I can go ahead and I can make things happen. And let me give you a secret. You only need 1 to 3 hours every single day in order to work on your business, in order to explode your business and take your life to another level. But see, a lot of people, poor time management, grown men sitting and playing PlayStation for hours. I'm not saying anything is wrong with playing PlayStation. There's nothing wrong with playing PlayStation. But there is something wrong with playing PlayStation if you are broke, if you don't have any money and you don't know how to get money except for a job. There's something wrong with that. So poor time management is what stops a lot of people from excelling, from getting to another level of their life. Now, the next thing that I had to do is, outside of putting my time in check and getting in check with my time, I had to eliminate old friends. There are a lot of people that and I say there were a lot of people that was in my life, and the only thing we had in common is time. I grew up with this person. My mother stayed across the street from their mother, and my mother and their mother were friends. So, hey, what the hell? We decided to be friends, right? And what happens is, that's fine when you're a kid. That's fine when you're a teenager. But I guarantee that when you grow up, you get in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, those same people are doing the same things that they were doing back then. So you got to let a lot of those people go. You got to understand this. Like, most friends, they love to hear your problems. They love to hear your frustrations. They love to hear what you're going through that's not good. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, they're probably going through the same thing, and they don't want you to make it further than them. So I had to eliminate a lot of my old friends. A lot of my older friends are still standing in front of liquor stores, still, doing the same thing, still broke, still not driving what they want to drive, still not living where they want to live. The only thing that can do to me is influence me to go in a place where I don't want to be in my life. So you got to let those friends go. You got to let them go. Because if you don't, you are going to continue to have piss poor conversations that are not going, like, one thing that I used to hate, right, is sitting back talking to a friend about how expensive stuff is. Oh man, well, I would have bought this jacket, but man, that's too expensive, man. They charge too. I don't want to have them kind of conversations with nobody. I don't want to talk about how expensive gas is. Why? Because I'm going to buy it anyway. I don't want to talk about how expensive eggs are. Why? Because I'm going to buy them anyway. And see, it's these conversations and these things, like, let alone, I definitely don't want to talk to someone, an old friend, about a business decision that I plan on making. Because if they're not there trying to get to the next level of their life, they are not going to push me to get to the next level of mine. So I had to let them go. Now, another thing, and you may not like this, you may not like it, but I had to get rid of social media. Social media was making me a dumb person. And I'll say it. Social media was making me a very dumb person. Here's why. Because I would get on social media, I would get on Facebook. And this was my schedule. Like, literally, I would come home from work, get on Facebook, look at everybody that died for the day, look at everything that everybody's eating, look at everything that everybody's cooking, Look at all of the crap that everybody's talking about in their life that, wanting attention, which brings me I don't understand why grown people get on Facebook and start it off with, hey, Facebook fam, man, I hope y'all have a good day today. I'm struggling. I need some prayer. Pray for yourself. Pray for yourself. People are using social media for attention seeking things, and they're not using social media to make money. But this goes back to poor time management. How do you have time to sit on social media for 10 hours talking about what you ate earlier, but you don't have time to get on social media to recommend a product that's going to make you more money? How does that work? But back to me. I will get on Facebook. Then I would get on Instagram. Well, you got to get on Instagram, right? Because Instagram was where I used to go and watch all of my twerk videos. I know I'm not the only one. Instagram was where I would watch all of my twerk videos. You got to get your daily dose of twerk videos in, right? You go there and you look at all the Instagram models, look at all the twerk videos, and look at all of this stuff, and you look down on your phone and 5 hours have passed. Now, that's a little crazy. I was never on for 5 hours. I'm going to keep it real. I was never on for 5 hours, but I would be on for 30 minutes, 45 minutes just looking at crap. After I leave Instagram, you got to go to TikTok, right? Because TikTok is what makes you laugh, right? So you go to TikTok and you scroll up TikTok and find everything there that makes you laugh. When you look up at it, and then after that, I got to go to YouTube because I got to go and watch people prank each other, right? And that was my schedule. But I'm sitting here, and when an opportunity is in front of me, I'm telling people, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. You see how crazy all of this stuff sounds? It sounds crazy. Me? I had to get rid of social media. I had to get rid of it. I am never on social media scrolling and watching what anybody else does. I don't care what you ate. I don't care. And I know this sounds crazy. Well, I don't want to say that, but I don't care what's going on in your life. I only care what's going on in mine. And there are millions of people that are sitting on social media every day crying about prices, crying about not being able to make more money, but not doing nothing about it. But just talking about it, but not doing anything about it. I have a cousin, right? My cousin reached out to me. Right? She saw what I was doing on Instagram promoting my business. She reached out to me and was like, hey, cousin, I'd love to learn what it is that you do. Now, I'm the type of person, I don't care if you're in my family. I don't care if you're my friend. I don't care if you're an associate. I don't care if I know you. I'm going to charge you, period. Because I am not going to waste my time to tell you something for free and you're not going to take action. People do not respect free. People don't respect free. They don't. Let me prove it to you. How many times have you started off watching a video that you know you needed to watch, but in the middle of watching it, you get a text message from somebody that ain't talking about nothing, but now you over there engaged into that? So, my cousin, she come to me, right, and had the nerve to get an attitude with me because I'm charging her, telling me, cousin, I'm family. That's the damn reason I'm charging you, because you family. I'm not giving you nothing for free because you're not going to do nothing with it. You're not going to do nothing with it. So she said, well, how much do you charge? Well, I charge $9.97 in order for me to help you, in order for me to do it for you. Now, that same cousin, years later, still struggling, still working a job that she hates, still just getting older because of stress, heartache, stays in the hospital, wouldn't invest $1,000 at that time, but went and paid $1,000 plus for a purse. This is what people are doing. These are the things that people are doing that are keeping them poor. And when I say poor, I never want to call you or anyone poor. Let me clear that up. Poor is a mentality. It's a mentality. But poor stands for passing over opportunities repeatedly. That's a mentality. But it's just sad to watch people live like this, and then what happens is now they're on their deathbed, and they wish that they would have done something about it, but it's too late. It's too late now. Next. Now, this is me. You may not like this one either. This is me. This is me. I eliminated sports and I eliminated TV. Now, I used to love to watch like Love and Hip Hop. I used to love to watch, all of the reality TV shows and just sit down and watch all of this drama that wasn't even real. And I would never notice that whatever entertains you, trains you. Like literally, whatever you're watching, you're turning into whatever you're watching, or you're starting to think or move or live like whatever you're watching, right? So I would notice watching Love and Hip Hop, and then for whatever reason, the remaining of the night, I would just be in drama, like whether it's arguing with my wife or going back and forth with my kids, or just drama, right? Just drama. And I was projecting it and putting all of that stuff on myself. Now, when it comes to sports, I'm not going to be watching the Super Bowl. I don't watch the NBA Finals. I can care less about, the Major League Baseball World Series. I don't watch any of that stuff now. And that's just now. I'm not saying that I won't ever come back and watch it. But right now, I'm on a serious mission. Making 5K in a day is not enough. That's not enough. I got to make 5K an hour. Eventually, I got to make 5K a minute. That's not enough. That is not enough. So I chose to eliminate sports, and I chose to eliminate TV. Now, there's nothing wrong with watching sports. There's nothing wrong with watching TV, except for the fact that what entertains you trains you. If you're watching a bunch of horror movies about people killing and robbing, I used to also sit down and watch 48, the story 48 Hours, where, the police chasing people and just doing all of this stuff, watching all of this crap, wondering why I am not living the life that I want to live. I was too distracted. Poor time management. Next. What I stopped doing is I stopped running errands. Now, you may say, how would you stop running errands? Hear me out. I stopped going to the grocery store and spending hours in the grocery store and just, I stopped going and doing this, doing that, doing this. No, I sit at home and I make it happen. If I'm not working, I'm learning. If I'm not learning, I'm reading. If I'm not reading, I'm meditating. If I'm not meditating, I'm doing something that's going to take my life further. I am not ever sitting down wasting time. Because time is really the only asset that we really have in life, man. You'll never get back yesterday. Never. It's over. You'll never get back 5 minutes ago. It's done. But so many people play around with time. They play around with time. They don't respect time. They play around with time. And a lot of people say, well, I got time. Listen, I knew a guy, may he rest in peace. I told him about an opportunity, to be able to make more money. I told him, hey, I'll show you how to make money online. I've been telling him that for years. I wasn't even going to charge. Well, I was going to charge him, but I wasn't going to charge him what I was going to charge everybody else. But I wanted to help this guy, man. I really wanted to help him because every time he would call me or try to get in touch with me, he would just talk about how bad his situation was. I didn't want to hear that. So as soon as I saw that the conversation was going there, I would cut it quick. And I did it so much, he started to notice. Well, one day he got in the car and fell asleep. And when he fell asleep, he ran off the road. And he passed away. Now, I'm not here to talk bad about him or anything like that. But I'm here to let you know that you don't know how much time you have. You don't know how much time you have. The time that you do have, you got to get busy. If you don't know, if you want to make money online or you want to sell digital products and you don't know how to do it, you can't spend a bunch of time thinking about it, because the time that you're spending thinking about it, you're getting worse and worse and worse and deeper and deeper and deeper in your situation, not even pulling a way out. Time is a valuable resource, man. Now, second to the last thing is you got to learn how to be consistent. You got to learn how to be consistent. Now, most people, when you tell people be consistent, people really don't understand what that means. You have to, if you want to level up, if you really want to make the money that you want to make, if you really want to get to the next level, you have to stay consistent working your 1 to 3 hours a day, because that's all it takes. The days are over. Look, working 8 hours a day, that's crazy. That's crazy. I never work 8 hours a day. I never work 8 hours. What the heck I'm going to do for 8 hours? I work 1 to 3 hours a day, if that. But we get so caught up in this 9 to 5 system thinking we got to work 8 hours a week. We got to work 40 hours a week. 40 hours a week? That sounds crazy to me. Crazy. And it's even worse when you're working 40 hours a week and you're not even making $1,000. Something wrong with that. Something is wrong with that. But that's how people want to live, right? That's how people want to live. So you got to be consistent. Now, last but not least, you have to invest in yourself and learn what you don't know. Period. The worst thing that you can think in your life is that you're going to learn something and, all you need is YouTube University. I'm sorry to tell you and to put it to you like this, but you're going to need more than YouTube University if you want to step up and get to the next level of your finance, get to the next level of your life. Here's why. Because I can sit here and I can give you the game. I can tell you every single thing to do to make money online. But there are certain things when you do it, things are going to happen that didn't happen to me. And therefore, you're going to have to experience something that I didn't experience. But if you would have learned how to skip over that mistake, then you wouldn't have to experience that. So you have to get out of this thing, man. The craziest thing, man, is people think that by saving money right now and not investing money, that they're going to be okay. When I used to save money, the only thing I would do was save money to pay my bills. And then I'm broke after paying my bills. That is not a life that I wanted to live anymore. I didn't want to live that life anymore. Saving money just to pay your bills? No. And then if you think about it, the money that you save right now, later on, when you're making $10,000 to $20,000 a month because you invested that money, will that money now that you're saving even matter to you? Would it even matter? People are saving every dollar and then still having to go. I mean, it's just crazy to me. It's crazy. Now, if you want to make your first $500 online while you sleep, click the link in the description. And the first link is going to take you to a page where you can enter your email and I'll send you my free video where that's going to show you exactly what I did and exactly what you can do. Now, if you really ready and okay, I don't need no free video. I don't need none of that. I need to get information that's going to show me what to do and show me how to do it. Then you can click the link in the bio and you can get Digital Wealth Academy. That's where I learned everything that I'm teaching you on this YouTube channel. I learned from Digital Wealth Academy. So click the link below. I appreciate you watching the video. If you've watched up to this point, I will see you on the next video. Peace.